Thanks for being with me. I'm Nadine van der Linden, confidence coach and clinical psychologist. And today I'm talking to you briefly about, are you willing to do what it takes to be successful? So there are always things that we can do to achieve the goal that we want. But so often I find there are blocks to actually doing that. And sometimes there can be good reasons for that. But sometimes it's just a matter of I don't want to, or that makes me uncomfortable because I haven't done it before. So a classic example of that comes back from my blogging career, where I had an article that did very well and it was shared over 20,000 times. And when I said to people that had happened, a group of therapists, they were like, I want to do that too. How did you do it? And then I was so surprised when I mentioned to them all the steps that I had done to achieve the capacity to be able to write in the way that I do. They were like, oh, I don't want to do that. And I thought, that's interesting, isn't it? Everybody wants quick success, but they're not really interested in doing what is needed. And so often when we're stuck in our therapy practices or in our therapy careers, we're not looking at that longer term plan. We just want the problem fixed now. And that's okay. We're only human. We like quick fixes. So many of you at the moment are going through a big change because we've had funding structure changes in Australia, and people are not used to having to do the work to get the work to come to them. So one of the things that used to be the case, and certainly when I started my practice, is you really had to work at telling people what you did. So what your practice is about, who you work with, meeting people, telling people. And we have different ways of doing that now because of online. But what happened was, when our funding circumstance was different in Australia and we knew that clients would be funded for 20 sessions, we didn't have to do that work because we'd very quickly fill up our practice with people who were going to come for 20 sessions a year. So that has changed now. And people kind of got probably a little slack in some of their practices that would help bring in the work. So they weren't marketing, they weren't telling GPs about the good work that they were doing, they weren't meeting referral sources, they weren't networking because they didn't have to. But now they're going to have to. And so this applies in any level of your career there, whether you're just trying to be successful in sole private practice and have a steady or a great income, or whether you're really trying to start something new, bring in new work, start a new project. There are going to be steps that you will need to take that feel uncomfortable because you've never done them before or you don't know how to do them. And that's okay. It's a matter of working out how to do them and then applying them and then dealing with that uncomfortable feeling. So one thing I'm very good at helping people with is dealing with the anxiety and the discomfort and still actioning it and working out a way in which we can make that manageable for you. So if this video resonates at all for you, please reach out to me and book a one-on-one coaching, or consider joining my Thriving Therapist Formula program. I'd love to hear from you, and bye for now.